Hello there. Okay, so it's raining outside, thundering, so that's background noise. I'm going to teach you number 2, strategy number 2, and this is called the butterfly. And this is my favorite one. I love this one. This was created by Anna Gomez. She is the leading trauma therapist in the world, people. And this was created, I forget which natural disaster it was, a tsunami, I think. But what they did is there was an arena full of children who could not find their parents or their parents had died. And they basically flew her in and was like, will you please talk to them? And so, can you imagine that? Can you imagine that? So she went in and talked to these kids and taught them the butterfly hug. And within minutes, like these thousands of children became calm, okay? And so afterwards, they did all the research with the body and the brain to figure out, how did this happen? Why did this work amazingly well? And so that is the history of the butterfly hug. And basically what you do is you're going to make your butterfly on your chest, okay? And make sure your fingers are right below your collarbone, okay? And then you're going to tap back and forth, flutter your little butterfly wings. You don't need to do it very fast, okay? Just do it slowly. Man, this calms me like almost instantly. Sometimes even thinking about it can calm me. Okay, so what is happening in the brain is when you tap with your left hand, you're engaging the right side of your brain. When you tap your right hand, you're engaging the left side of your brain, okay? And what this is doing is it's going to get the blood flowing in the brain through what is called the blood-brain barrier, okay? And this is creating delta waves in your brain, which is basically, it's calming your nervous system. The other thing is you have nerve endings right under your collarbone, right? And guess where they lead? To the parasympathetic nerves in your brain, okay? Those are the good ones. That's going to calm you and bring your heart rate down. Okay, so we can use this as a preventative and in the moment. To use it as a preventative measure, what you're going to do is you are going to close your eyes and you're going to imagine your stimulant food or your trigger food, okay? And you're going to imagine what would lead up to you eating that food, okay? For example, maybe you normally eat it in the car on the way home from work. Maybe you only have a few minutes before your spouse gets home. You get home from work and then your spouse gets home from work a few minutes later, okay? Just want to throw your feet up and veg by yourself for a minute. Or your child is going to be home soon. And so you want to take those few minutes and like indulge in whatever food you want, okay? So maybe that's what you're imagining is that scenario, okay? And what you're doing with this is as you do this over and over again, you're retraining your brain so that when that actually happens to you, you are calm instead of, oh my gosh, I need that in my mouth right now, okay? And you can also practice this in the moment. Some things to remember, we are doing this with our body because that's the only way we can retrain this part of the brain, okay? And remember that it takes time. You need to practice this several times a day for a few months, okay? Not just a few weeks, not just during this 30-day challenge, okay? We've got to practice it consistently. Okay, so this is my favorite one. This is my go-to one because I love it so much. So there you go. Talk to you soon.